This is potentially, guys, this is potentially, for me, the biggest fight of 2025. I don't know if you can see me very well or you can hear me very well. I mean, this fight coming up on the 28th of June, for me, is going to be the biggest fight of the year. We've talked about this issue before. We've talked about Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira because these are two massive superstars. If we are talking about superstar, we're talking about Charles Oliveira. We're talking about Ilia Topuria. These two superstars are well known worldwide, and two of them have one way or the other be a point of motivation to many people, point of motivation to a lot of people who are willing to make it in life. Because we just recently, Charles Oliveira, they've documented a film on Charles Oliveira. If you don't know, go and notice, go and look at it. Charles Oliveira now has a film on his name, and the same as Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria, a nation, Georgia, Spain, they take pride in making him their one of them, their highlight of superstars when it comes to names in their country, in their respective countries. These are heroes for their countries. So there is no need not to sit down and be excited for this one. I mean, it's for me, like I told you, for me, this is the biggest fight of the year. People are going to talk about John Jones and Thomas Pinol, Kamzat and DDP, whatever they can talk about, whatever they can talk about. But for me, this one is potentially the best fight of the year. In sales, in the fight itself, in the press conference, in everything, it is going to be the best fight of the year. I'm telling you the truth. And these guys are not coming there to just go and dominate each other for 5 rounds. These guys are coming there to knock each other out, to finish each other out. And if you notice lately, there were respect between these two people. There were respect between these two fighters. There were huge respect. Charles Oliveira, if you don't like Charles Oliveira, I don't know why you are a UFC fan. Everybody have fell in love with Charles Oliveira. Even Ilia Topuria took pictures with Charles Oliveira. But recently, things have started changing. Things have changed. The Charles Oliveira now, you see, whenever you talk about Ilia Topuria, he gets angry. There's this anger you see in Charles Oliveira when he talks about Ilia Topuria now. So Charles Oliveira came out in an interview the other day and they asked him, what do you think about this fight? He said, what do you think about him? Did you feel disrespect or any kind of form to Ilia Topuria? He said he has been talking a lot. That now is even more personal than he think he is. That this is more personal for him. That he is going there to take his head off. He is going there to win, and he's going to win, making sure that he take him out. You never see this thing from Charles Oliveira when it comes to somebody, because when you ask Charles Oliveira something, he said, you always say, oh, the champ has a name and his name is Charles Oliveira. I'm coming there to win and God help me. But this one is coming there. He said he's coming to take this guy's head off. Then he has been talking too much. And rightfully so. Ilia Topuria has been talking a lot. Ilia Topuria, on the other hand, came out in an interview and said he appreciates Charles for taking that fight because he's going to knock him out. That he wants to fight Islam Makhachev. But Charles Oliveira happens to be there. Charles Oliveira has a perfect fight for him. That Charles Oliveira doesn't move. He's somebody that does not have to improve his game because he's a veteran, 35-year-old. Remember that word. 35-year-old that he doesn't need to improve his game. That what he does is just to maintain himself in that range that has already been his way of fighting for years. That he doesn't move, that he has the perfect style to knock him out. That he's going to make sure that he knock him in the first or second round. Ilia Topuria, man. And you know one thing that amazed me? I can't argue with him. Honestly, I can't argue with him because his last 2 fights, he has just proved to us that he is that person that will say something and that will do it. If y'all now are going to come out now and tell me that Ilia Topuria is just saying this, that you all want Charles Oliveira to win, that means you people are not watching fight in a reality point of view. You guys are watching fight for emotions. For me, honestly, I see this fight as a very interesting one. This fight, you don't have to lose once, you don't have to blink 1 second, because every moment is an highlight. Every moment. That's why I'm looking forward for this fight. I don't know, honestly. I'm more looking forward for this fight than any other fight this year. Now it's becoming personal. And if Ilia Topuria thinks this is not personal, as he has been saying a lot of things and still appreciating Charles Oliveira, he's going to notice on that first week of or the week of the fight, because Charles Oliveira is not going to come for play. Because if you look at the two interviews, Charles Oliveira looks way more angry than recent times. You all know Charles Oliveira. So this is really, really tough, because we know fully well that Ilia Topuria, he just came out of the lower division, the featherweight division, where he just vacated the belt after beating arguably the two greatest featherweight of all time, in Volkanovski and Max Holloway. And coming out here and to fight one of the greatest to ever do it, one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC, history of UFC, Charles Oliveira. And we all know the way Charles Oliveira fights. We all know the history of Charles Oliveira. We all know that Oliveira comes forward. And for Ilia Topuria to come out and say that he has the perfect plan, this got Charles Oliveira angry, but super angry. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm so excited for this one. I even feel something in my tummy talking about this, because I have been watching a lot of fights. I have watched a lot of UFC fights. I have watched a lot of MMA fights, boxing fights, but there is no fight that gets me so excited than this one between Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria. Now, let's talk about this. To be honest, there's this thing that even came out from Ilia Topuria. He said, if there's one fight he wants to fight, it's against Paddy the Pimblet. That after this fight, he's going to face Paddy the Pimblet, make sure that he fight. We all know that Paddy the Pimblet and Ilia Topuria is a big one as well, because of the bad blood two of them have. But not looking past, if you look past Charles Oliveira, is a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing, because we've said this before on this channel, that Ilia Topuria should not look past Charles Oliveira, because Charles Oliveira is going to come for the kill. Charles Oliveira was stripped off his title. He won the title and it was removed because he missed weight. I don't know who missed weight, whether him or the weight itself that made him miss the weight. But Charles Oliveira is going for he's hungry right now. He's angry and he's hungry. And Ilia Topuria is not even making it easy for him. So he's just going to go there and do what he does. Honestly, let me know, guys. Are you guys excited for this one? Are you guys excited for this fight? Because this is, for me, the best fight of the year. Mark my word. This, for me, the best fight of the year. Is good. I even want this fight to look like the one of Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, but not one-side domination. I want two of them to go back and forth, and by the end of the 5th round, somebody just get knocked out. That would be icing on the cake. Trust me. I'm honestly excited for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the video. Guys, let me know what you think about those two statements. Who do you get? Who do you think is going to win on June 28th? Charles Oliveira or Islam Makhachev? I will see you in the next one. Peace.